everybody, it's Bunny, and it's everybody's favorite day of the week. The day you've all been waiting for. The day when we ask ourselves, does this thing really work? And today we are testing out the much requested 3DOODLER, and all I have left now is the top of the box. What happened to the rest of the box? Nobody knows. You guys have been requesting for me to do this item forever. I feel like it was a Kickstarter for a really long time, or it was really hard to get, or it was really, really expensive. I don't know what it was, but now you can even get them at Michael's, like the craft store where they sell crafty things. What this device is a magical robotic looking pen that you can draw three-dimensional drawings with out of little plastic filaments, like so. So you shove these little strands into the back of this pin and you can create all kinds of, basically anything that you can imagine. You can make action figures or jewelry or gigantic models of Notre Dame. This is like a giant guidebook that they have with extra tips and extra ideas, some patterns, like look, you can make a cheeseburger. You can 3DOODLE yourself a cheeseburger. Where did that go? 3DOODLE yourself a cheeseburger. Doesn't that look delicious? And then if you flip to the back of this book, you even get where people have like realistically made art that is hanging in museums. So basically the possibilities are only limited to what you can imagine. Now also, like you might imagine, I have struggled so far to make this device work. So all I have to show for myself for like hours of work so far is this stuff, which looks like disgusting little bits of hair. Just look at this. Okay, this did not come from my imagination. But now that I'm holding it like this, it kind of does. Like, can I hang this in an abstract art museum? And we can call it like Bunny's Imagination. It feels weird and stringy. So now I am so frustrated. Basically, I did not want a repeat of the chocolate pin where it's just like 75 hours of me going crazy. So I have called in reinforcements, which is Dogman, and he's not currently in this frame, but he's coming. And we have set up the table. I don't know, I've got some 3DOODLing accessories. I've got all of these filaments, which I think you can buy them for $10 a package. All I did read was this little starter guide, front and back. I thought it was gonna be super simple. I've watched so many YouTube videos on it and people just make it look like quick, super easy, fast as lightning. And as usual, I get it and I struggle and I go crazy. So let's just get started with Dogman. I'm going to try and make an articulated flying alligator action figure because I don't start small. I'm hoping I can get something that doesn't, if not, we're just stuck with my imagination, which looks something like this. Look, there's an alien. I'd like to make him too. He looks really cool, but I thought I'd try and make an alligator with wings, but they basically teach you how to make the little joints and all the little shapes. And then you get an action figure with movable arms and legs. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Are you ready? I'm ready.
Well, I've been thinking about starting with some kind of 2D thing and then trying to combine the angles of it.
Wait, did you say 2D?
Yeah.
Like Tutti Frutti?
No.
Look, I'm 3DOODLing. Oh my gosh.
Let's rip this all apart. Okay.
Look, I started to make a little baby tail.
Quite as good.
Wait, what do you do if you want to stop though, baby?
There you go.
I'm on the crazy train, I can't stop.
There you go. That's solid.
I started off this video thinking that I was going to be able to walk you guys through every step of the process. I literally thought making this entire alligator would only take like an hour to an hour and a half. I do not know what I was thinking. Needless to say, this took roughly between 6.5 to 7 hours. So making a project like this is definitely a whole lot of commitment and a lot of different pieces. It definitely is a lot of fun, but it definitely is quite a time-consuming process. At first, I did not think that I liked the flexi material. There are basically two different types of the 3DOODLER plasticky thingies that you draw with, and it seems like some of them are the hard plastic, so basically once you draw with it, it will feel like a hard plastic action figure, or the flexi material, which is what I'm making his wings out of, so you can actually touch it and bend it. We did have a ton of fun with this thing. It did get jammed a couple of times. I will talk more about that later. The jams are not fun, and they definitely take someone more patient than I to clear the jams, so thank goodness Dogman was here to help. You kind of have to like build up the plastic to make a three-dimensional item. So we were going to make his insides out of non-green plastic and then cover the entire outside of the figure in green plastic, but you know, we kind of didn't know how long these strands of plastic would work, how much, and the answer is not too much. I don't know. We definitely ran out of the green pretty quickly, and then we had to resort to using other materials like yellow and glow in the dark and silver and all kinds of different colors. So he was supposed to be a solid green gator, but he turned out kind of multicolored. But it is pretty cool because his head does glow in the dark, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, I was trying to show you the glow in the dark action, but I don't think you can see it. It's still, you know what? I'm gonna try and turn out all the lights. It's about to get spoopy, super spoopy. You can kind of see him now. See? He's glowing. Well, just his head and maybe his tail a little bit. That was not as exposed to light. Actually, it looks like his whole back glows in the dark. We put a lot of glow in the dark action in here. After 6.5 to 7 hours, this is what we have, our little baby gator. And he is so cute. And I love him so much. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. Maybe I'm gonna hang him in my car. Maybe I'm gonna turn him into a Christmas ornament. There are so many options, I feel like, that I could do with this. He was able to stand up for a really long time, but then I put the tail on him. I almost thought I just broke his legs off. That would have been so tragic. I think I put the wrong kind of tail on him, and now he can't stand. He's kind of not balanced. Oh my gosh, I did break a wing off. Oh, I'm so upset now. This was literally 7 hours, and I knew something was just wrong looking. The price of the gun is $99. It looks like most of these refill plastics, of which you get 25 pieces per pack, are $10 a pack. And I don't remember how much I paid for the different nozzles where you get 5 or 6 additional nozzles. But if you are going to be doing more intricate designs like this, having the extra tips definitely helps, because you can kind of like bond things in a different way. See, we used a thicker tip to bond this wing, and it definitely survived a lot better. And I used a thinner nozzle to attach this wing, and as you guys saw when I dropped it, the wing popped up. I also definitely would not recommend doing this without this little plastic 3DOODLER board. It has a grid on it, and when you're using the non-flexi plastic, it definitely helps to be able to bend this board to kind of get the pieces to pop off instead of trying to scrape them or pull them off. The first time I tried to use this device, I used wax paper and regular printer paper. I've seen a lot of people's videos using regular printer paper. They seem to be able to make it work. I could never get it to draw on that paper, and I'm kind of wondering if this little plastic thing didn't make all of the difference in the world. So, highly recommend this. The other great thing about using a transparent mat is the ability to kind of draw your own shapes and stencils and then be able to trace over it since this mat is clear. So once again, if you're making like more sophisticated figures, being able to trace a left wing and a right wing, or a left arm and a right arm, that definitely helps make the process a little bit easier as well. I definitely think that this is for older kids or adults because the tip and the plastic can sometimes be very hot. If you accidentally touch the tip, you could burn yourself. So this is definitely probably not for anybody like 8 or younger. Overall, I do think it is a lot of fun and it's really cool to see your ideas and your creations come to life. The only downfall that I have to say is it does get jammed probably during the course of like this entire 6 to 7 hour project. It probably got jammed about 5 to 6 times, and clearing a jam can be very time consuming and very difficult, and it's never fun. So it comes with a couple of tools to get it unjammed. One is just this metal rod looking thing with a plastic end, and then the other tool is like a little, it looks like a little wrench, but it is just to turn to get the nozzle off or the tip off. And you know, just sometimes you really just start to feel like dread that you are never ever going to get this thing unjammed again. Like the plastic sometimes melts up in there weirdly, and then you try and clear it out and it just it's like stringy, it gets all over the place. I kind of just wish that, and this probably wouldn't even be possible, but I wish that they made like a heated rod of some sort that would kind of like help to melt and extrude the plastic that way. I also wish that they gave you a tiny little tool, almost like a thumbtack, to help you clear out the tip of the nozzle, because if that gets jammed, that is really, really hard to clear out, and you just think you're gonna have to like throw the tip away and get another tip, which probably if you did have to throw it away, that would start to add up just a little bit. Sometimes I can be a little bit impatient, so I don't know, maybe that adds to my frustration a little bit with the jams. Overall, it's not that big of a deal. Probably we also shouldn't have been using it for 6 to 7 hours straight, but I'm a person, like when I start something, I want to finish it all in one sitting. I don't like to like set something aside and then come back to it. Overall, totally thrilled, totally glad that I got to make my little winged alligator. I think I'm gonna put him on the Christmas tree. So if you are looking to run out and get a last minute gift for somebody who likes to build things or who is artistic, I would definitely look into getting one of these. I tried to buy extra plastic because I didn't really know how fast I would run out of certain colors, and the answer is pretty fast. So if you know that you're going to make a predominantly green character, you may want to buy the plastics online. They have literally, I want to go buy like 1 million plastics, because they've got like every shade of purple, every shade of green, like far more than you can buy at a craft store. And then you can order in packs of like 100 instead of just 25. Overall, definitely do give it an A+. I hope you guys will give me a thumbs up for my alligator, and a thumbs up for effort, and a thumbs up for Dogman. So 3 thumbs up. I wish that was possible on YouTube, but it's not. This is probably like the coolest thing that I have ever been able to create or make out of a does this thing really work item. Personally, this may be my new favorite, like even more than the Wubble Bubble. I always say that that was my favorite does this thing really work video, and that one still was a lot of fun, but this is just kind of awesome because you get to create something and then keep it forever. Thank you guys so much for being here today and for hanging out and for watching, and a special thank you to Dogman for helping. He's upstairs. Thank you, Dogman. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this thing. Let me know what you would create if you had a 3DOODLER. Would you try and make like a figurine of some sort, or a building, or something that you could wear? I would just love to hear you guys' imaginations down below. So be sure and leave me a comment and tell me what you would draw or create. If you're not already and you'd like to be, hit that button down below, subscribe, become a member of the Swamp Family, and give an alligator its wings. If you subscribe today, you'll give this alligator its other wing back. Also, if you want, you can like me on Facebook, facebook.com/graveyardgirl, or you can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram @graveyardgirl, same way it's spelled here. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye!